What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. I am Glenn G. Gatling. I am walking around this campus with excitement and joy on my face because I am once again taking another step forward to accomplishing my goal that I set out to do of getting my degree and better improving myself in a positive manner. So this week I'm going to do all about understanding, walk around this campus, and hopefully you can receive some of this positive energy, positive vibes that I'm giving out as I walk around with the excitement and joy on my face. Now, I thank God for that opportunity, as well as I thank you all for sharing this experience with me as we build on the foundation of understanding ourselves, which will allow us to better understand the situations and the people that impact our lives. Okay, so two things we talked about last week: isolation, and we talked about communicating with ourselves during those isolating times in our life. Okay, with the what we were attempting to do with last week is explain or talk about purposely and intentionally creating isolating times in our life. Okay, and in doing so, we communicate with ourselves by replacing the negative thoughts, the challenges, the problems, the issues in our life with positive thoughts. Positive things that are going on in our life, positive moves that we're making. And what happens is when we continue to do that, I use that example of that song that's over and over and over and over and over in our head, how the lyrics unconsciously stick in our mindset without even attempting to learn the lyrics. Same thought process with daily isolating ourselves and communicating ourselves with those positive images in our brain, in our minds. What we will do is unconsciously daily, we will be able to, during those isolating moments in our life that occur, we will unconsciously replace those negative thoughts and lighten up those dark places that happen during our isolation times in our life. Okay, so we'll move forward to this week. Those are two tools that I talked about last week because it allows us to, or enables us to combat some of the situations and people that try to have a negative impact on our life. Okay, so those are the two things I want to talk about this week. First of all is haters. Particularly, let your haters energize you. That's the first message of the day. Let your haters energize you. Okay, what I mean by that is haters are a common theme in our life. Now, the reason is that they allowed their jealousy and their envy to produce a negative energy that they use to overshadow your positive energy. Okay, unfortunately, it's not always intentional. Unfortunately, they can't help it sometimes. For the most part, a lot of haters are going through a dark place of their own in their life, and they may not be happy with their life, may not be happy with some of the choices that they made. So what they have done is they looked at your life, and instead of gravitating towards you in a positive manner, and they want to learn what you have done to make their life positive, they look at you with jealousy and envy. And when you walk into a room smiling, or where they've been observing you for a couple of weeks and they see you feeling good, then their jealousy and envy overtakes their mindset, and they release a negative energy upon you. Okay, so when that happens, we have the tendency to react to their negative energy with our own negative energy. That's because of our pride. I mean, in my opinion, we are very prideful human beings. So therefore, because of our pride, we want to know how they have the audacity to be jealous of our positive movement. Okay, how can they have the audacity to take their life and unleash it on our life when we're doing positive things? Okay, so that's how we react, and unfortunately, it's not the right thing to do. Okay, and that's what I mean by letting your haters energize you. Let your haters energize you to release your positive energy and overcome their negative energy. okay? Because you can't get away from haters. I mean, we live in a very judgmental society, okay? We all tend to judge for whatever reason. We tend to judge those who we don't know. We tend to judge those who we do know. We just live in a very judgmental society. So, and that's where we get so many haters from. That's when we sometimes find ourselves hating ourselves because we trying to figure out what they did that we're not doing, okay? But it all stems from a negative part in our life that we are unleashing on somebody else. So simply said, instead of allowing them to win, and instead of allowing them to steal our joy, instead of allowing their negativity to overcome our positivity, what we need to do is take our positive movements and overcome their negativity in hopes that they will become not so disgruntled, not so unhappy, to become more curious, to where they approach you in a non-confrontational manner and want to know what you're doing. Then once you share your positive movements on how you are making positive moves and living your best life, once you share that with them, then the hope is that they will utilize what you are using to create a positive experience in their life. Second thing is, let their criticism educate you, okay? Once again, we have the tendency, because of our pride, to automatically and instantly get upset when somebody criticizes us, okay? But we need to allow that criticism to educate us, because truth be told, sometimes that criticism is right on point. We just don't like the messenger. It may be coming from a total stranger who's been observing us. It may be coming from our enemy. It may be coming from our family, which we definitely feel like there's a problem, because we want to know how our family is criticizing us, right? But if we stay in a positive mindset and we allow their criticism to educate us, what happens is that we not only learn and we change our ways if they are right, and we change our ways for positivity. But if they are wrong, it's because we are wrong. We are not, excuse me, I should say, if they are wrong, we are not doing our best to outshine or change their view and their perception of us. Okay, and that's the goal here when we let the criticism educate us. So if they're right, we change our ways for the better. If they are wrong, then we need to do better to change their view upon us, because let's face it, our pride tells us that we don't care what people think, but we do. When we walk out and we moving around, we care what people think, because if we didn't, we wouldn't get so upset when people criticize us. Okay, so we might as well take that into a positive. We might as well let it educate us. So once again, the end result is a positive movement. Last thing, I know I said 2, or did I say 2? Did I say 3? I don't know. But the last thing is, let all of that motivate you. Okay, let your haters motivate you. Let it motivate you to energize you to a positive, to change their ways. Let the criticism educate you. Let that motivate you in a manner that you will change, maybe uplift your presentation to change their perception of you. Okay. Hope all of that made sense. Like I said, I've been super hyped to walk around. So it was just spurred a moment that I did this segment of All About Understanding. Once again, let me just show you something real quick. Okay, you see that? Got that. I don't know if that came through, but let your haters energize you, let their criticism educate you, and let that be your motivation. All right, it's been another week of All About Understanding. I thank you all for sharing this experience with me. I'll see y'all next week. Much love.